Have a look today at building a really super simple house or two, and just at some basic tools to get you going in SketchUp. So what I'm going to do is I've got a file open here. I've got our basic ukulele player here. So let's get rid of them. We don't need them for this exercise. We're not going to worry too much about measurements today. We're just going to get straight into it. Okay, so this is our tool panel here on the left-hand side. I'm going to grab our square and I'm going to click once down here and I'm going to drag my square out. I'm going to build, just for starters, just a simple square house. Okay, done. So that's my floor plan of my house. I haven't measured it out, but I'm just sort of guessing the size. I'm going to grab this tool, which is called the push-pull tool here. You can use P to select it as well. I'm just going to start dragging my structure of the house up like this. And I'm just using, you can use this rotate tool here, or they call it the orbit tool, and we can rotate around. That's cool. We're going to add in a roof. I'm going to use this pencil, which helps us to draw in geometry. And I'm going to come straight up. Now I can hit my up arrow key. See how it lights up this pencil stroke blue. So that means it's going directly up and down. I'm going to click once, that's good. And I'm going to draw over here. And I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to join this up here as well. So whenever we create a loop of like 3 sides or more joined together, SketchUp turns it into a face, if it can. Excuse me. Now I'm going to grab my pencil tool, select the endpoint up the top here, and I'm going to move out. Now, how do I know which way my pencil's going? I want to go along on the green axis. I can hit my left arrow key on my keyboard, just press it once, take my hand off, and it's going to now be stuck on that green line. If I bring my pencil and just touch the edge of my building here, you can see that it now knows how long to make the green line, makes it the same length as my house. Click once, that's good. And then I can join up the dots and you can see it's made me a roof, okay? Nice and easy. If you've got extra lines like this one here in this seam and you don't want it, you can just go across using the eraser and you can get rid of it. That makes things nice and easy. I'm going to put a door into my house, just a basic door like this, okay? So I can draw it out whatever height I want. It'll stick to the wall. And then I might just push it in a little bit just so it looks a little bit more three-dimensional. That's cool. And I might do a window. So again, this is a very basic house structure, but let's just pop a window in here. And I might push it in as well. So let me start pushing this in. You can see I can push my window right in. I can also touch on, say, the door, and the push-pull tool will make it go in the same depth as the door. So this is called inferencing. So I'll do that, okay, and my window and my door have got the same sort of dimensions. So as far as the depth they go in, that's good. Okay, so it's coming together. Maybe I want a little bit more shelter over my door, so I could pull the roof out a little bit. I could give it a little bit of overhang so the rain doesn't kind of drip into the door so much. That's pretty good. Now, we can see at the moment, I haven't really got any materials on the door and the window, but we can fix that. So for the moment, we could click on this square cube here, and this brings out our materials. We've got some basic colors here. So if we wanted to click on a color, so I'll click on this gray one. I could give my roof a color just like this. So the paint bucket means that we're painting. Yep, great. Okay, so we've got some sort of roof on our structure. But if we click on this one, it's sort of like more like a search type icon with a magnifying glass. We can come down here. It's got all our different ones. Let's go glass and mirrors. And this gives us different glass materials. I'm going to click on the blue one, come over, click on the window, click on the door, and you can see, I can now see into my structure. If I wanted the door completely open, I could select that and hit delete, and it would be totally open. Or if I wanted to put a frame into my door, so it add a little bit more, realistic appearance. I might come down to, look at this tab down here. This shows us more tools. Click on it once, it all folds out. And there's this great tool called the offset tool. We can click on a surface and I can bring it in like this, and it allows me to create like a frame. So then I might go back, I might grab a color. So home menu, maybe I'll grab this one. That's good. And I can paint bucket, and the paint bucket works just where the paint comes out of the bucket, and I can click on that and that makes me a nice door frame so I can get things going. Okay, so that is giving me a basic house, and I could add more windows and doors using my square tool. Let's come around the back. Maybe we want something a bit better out the back here, so I might draw out a bigger section so it's going to be open at the back, and I'm going to use that tool again. Whoops, I'm going to select, use my arrow. Sometimes it's a bit slow to swap tools. I'm going to select that face, see it's all lit up with those blue dots. I'm going to grab this tool and I'm going to sort of like give myself a bit of a frame there. I might colour that frame again, that same sort of blue. I might use that glass, and then we've got a big kind of glass door that might open at the back. It's okay. And a few students have been asking, how do we make a pool? So if we were going to make a pool, we might grab our pencil tool and we might rule out, we might click out in that direction, the red direction. So I'm going to do that auto inferencing again. So this time I'm holding down shift while it's lit up on the red, constrains it, and I'm going to touch this so it's going to make it the same width as my house, and then I'm going to come right back. So there, that is what we're going to make our pool into. Let's use that tool that we used before, the offset tool. So I'm going to click on it once, drag in, so that's going to be my pool. So now I'm going to push down, I'm going to select the middle, and then I'm going to pull down, and you can see now my pool is starting to come together. So I might like to, you'll find in this there are tiles, 3D printing, brick cladding, siding, metal patterns, roofing, stone, tile. Okay, so here's some tiles. Maybe we want some sort of pool tiles. Well, this one looks pretty good. Let's pop in some pool tiles around our pool. Okay, that's fine. We've got all that there, and we're ready to put some water in. Now we're going to use Twinmotion to put the water in later on, which is really good, but just for now, we can, an easy maneuver to do is go X-ray. So this is a search bar up here. I'm going to click on X-ray. I can sort of see through my pool now. It's just going to make it a bit easier to draw a square into my pool structure, which is going to be the top of the water. So I'm going to click once, start dragging it out. Might go a bit weird and be trying to stick to the walls. If I hit my up arrow, it's going to make the square be vertical. So, yep, it's lit up blue. Okay, I've got it. Now I've got the pool water surface drawn in. I might turn off X-ray so I can go search again. X-ray, turn it off. Okay, and I know in here I can fold this up. Water, here's some water. Let's grab some nice pool water, and we can just paint some pool water on the surface. Okay, so we're starting to build ourselves a house, and it's starting to come together. If we wanted to extend our house, we might grab our pencil tool, draw up the side of our house, and then we could use that push-pull tool again, and we could pull it out. Only thing, SketchUp can be a bit touchy. Often we need to like select it first, and then we can pull it out. Maybe then we want to come along the pool edge, so we might have a bit of a courtyard. We might click up here, just draw this in. Okay, so SketchUp needs these crease lines so it can then come out. I could do some auto inferencing by touching on the pool edge. It's a bit hard to at the moment. I might just improve my view, touch it on this edge, and there we go. We've got our building the same. I'll show you another technique for doing a roof. So we can click here and we can go point to point. Okay, like that. So I'm just drawing one and I'm going to do what's called auto folding. So on this one, I'm going to use this move tool, which is this red cross. I'm going to grab this and I can move it straight up and down. If it's wiggling around and it's getting crazy, just hit my up button and it'll make sure that it moves only in the up direction. That's good. Actually, that's not good. But what I might do is pull that up, hit my up button and touch on the other roof, and it's going to make that roof then the same height as my other roof. Perfect. And you can start to build in extra windows, build in extra doors, and we can see that inside the building there, you can see that that's got, it's all joined up and it's cool. Okay, so you can start drawing out your buildings like this. If you want more land around your building, you can grab your pencil tool and you can just sort of start drawing around. That's cool, okay. And I'll join up to there, okay. So now you can see that I've got some land. I could choose to put, say, some grass on that. I could start adding extra details. Maybe we want a nice little covered in area over here. So we could, like, say, slice across here. Drag this roof out to touch that one. Maybe that's where the car can park in there. Let's have a look over this way. Let's put in another window. So I might just go here. What if I just go straight up there? And I might come... Oops, it's a bit slow grabbing the tool. I might just sort of leave a bit of this here and I'll come down, and then I could choose to, if I wanted to, I could drag that in as like one big glass panel. That's good. I could put cladding on the rest and colour it in. But once you get going, you'll soon be able to build up some really interesting structures. If you come down to the glasses tab, you'll see here that it's got shadows. So shadows are turned off at the moment. So let's turn our shadows on. Great. Okay, so we can see that, yeah, we might need to think about the shadow, pulls in shadow at 1:30 a.m. Or was that 1:30 p.m? Yeah, 1:30 p.m. That would make a lot more sense. But we can see how the sun changes during the day, which is great. And we can see how it works during the, during different times of the year as well. But we do need, if we're going to get into that, we need to set the exact geolocation. So that is a really simple kind of house design. So give it a go. Create yourself a simple sort of house and just take a screenshot and upload it to the tree. So it doesn't need to be as complex as this one, but have a go at making a basic box structure, put a roof on it, and have at least one door and one window, okay? So that'd be a good kind of C structure. And then if we're moving towards A, let's aim towards a couple of bit more complex roof line, getting a pool, getting some shadows, and getting it looking nice and, good. Have maybe a bit of garden, and, you'll be on your way to an A. So that's where we're at. It's just our first little structure, getting the look and feel of SketchUp.